So let's take a look at this.
E16.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this exclusive gameplay reveal of our new title, Rogue Lords. Development is moving forward, and we are very excited to share some in-game elements and combat mechanics for the very first time. Rogue Lords is a rogue-like game where you play as the devil. You have to build your team with legends of evil and lead them in runs through multiple events and fights. After a terrible defeat years ago, you're finally coming back with your most faithful disciples to wreak havoc and terror in a world unbalanced after your long absence. The combat is turn-based and strategic. You will need to build your set of skills through your run to be prepared for any threat, analyze your enemy's next attacks, and create combos to secure victory. Every skill costs action points. You should think how to make the best of them each turn. When one of your disciples becomes vulnerable, your own health bar is exposed, which is persistent during the entire run. If your health is reduced to 0, your run is finished. In Rogue Lords, you are the devil, so you don't have to play by the same rules as mortals. When the situation becomes tricky, you can use souls to play with the interface and change an enemy health bar, for example. This is an expensive trick to use, but very powerful and useful in the most difficult fights. Thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned for more info coming soon. See you next time.
Very curious to get into more of this game. So there will be a demo for this available on Steam in the next week as well, during Steam Next Fest. I just happen to have a little early preview. I want to thank the devs for providing that again. Let's get into it. It's kind of a Darkest Dungeon type, Eratus, Lord of the Dead. And feel free to backseat. It's kind of like a Try It Tuesday for most of the week. Okie doke. Options. Everything's good there. Graphics are fine. Subtitles definitely on. No, don't do that. Graphics. Take us to Ultra Town, dude. Take us to Ultra Town. Alright.
Many moons ago, mortals rose up against me and chased me down. They were led by demon hunters, wretched beings incapable of seeing the beauty of a corrupted world. My creatures and demons gave everything they had in the fight, but it was not enough. I was forced to leave the world of the living. Weakened, I returned to hell to survive. For years, I consumed fresh souls to regain my power, but their numbers are fast diminishing. I cannot wait anymore. I must reclaim my rightful place. It is time to gather my forces once more. Those who signed a pact with me will do as I order. They will spread terror and corruption in my name. The time has come for my revenge.
Well, this looks dope. Alright. Burnbat, thanks for 27 months. Dexter the Dragon, again, thank you for the 24 months. Welcome to the Black Badge Club. Burnbat, I hope you're well. Welcome to your fortress. From here, you can launch adventures from the map of the New World. Read about your servants in the chart of disciples. Follow your progress on the altar of conquests. Alright, let's click the map. The map depicts the New World. The demon hunters put an end to your reign in this region 100 years ago. It's here that you'll choose missions for your disciples in their quest to avenge you.
No.
Okay, alright. The further you progress in the game, the stronger your adversaries become, and the overall difficulty of the game increases. Well, of course, that's how that works. For the moment, your adversaries are weak, so take advantage and hit hard.
Many years ago, I was banished from the terrestrial plane by Van Helsing and his demon hunters. Since then, I have reigned over hell while awaiting the hour of my return. But things are changing. The souls of the deceased no longer descend into hell. Have humans become more virtuous? Or is there a new force conspiring to usurp my power? I recall into service my disciples, powerful beings who once made a pact with me. They can move freely in this region called the New World, where I was undone by Van Helsing. They will find him and exact my revenge upon him.
All right, choose a third disciple. Well, let's choose Bloody Mary. I love this. Dracula, the Headless Horseman, and Bloody Mary. I'm so into it based on the mythology. You control a group of disciples and choose one to represent the group. You navigate from zone to zone by choosing your route on the map. You have to complete the main activity in a zone before you can move on to the next. Move close to the main activity to launch it. Crowfield. Completing this activity unlocks access to the following zones.
Through the renewed link with my disciples, I become aware of the situation in the New World. The demon hunters have increased
I love the narration.
On the population. They are everywhere, on the roads, in the villages, patrolling and imposing a summary justice. On the other hand, no one has heard of the 6 artifacts stolen from me by Van Helsing during our last confrontation. If he is using them, he does not boast of it. My attention is drawn towards a new religion. The Sanctua Lumen, as it is called, is increasing its hold on humans. My disciples decide to go to one of its sanctuaries in order to learn more.
Okay. Continue! Click on the map to consult it. The book map shows the zones and paths for 2 chapters. It also shows you the special effects that might affect certain zones during gameplay. First zone in each book is always a combat. There should be a game info for this. You can wishlist this. And like I said, there's going to be a demo this week. I believe Next Fest, which is the Steam where they launch the demos. I thought it was going to be live Tuesday. I don't know if it's Tuesday or Wednesday. It's going to be live this week, though. Hover over your mouse. Okay, so there's combat here. Styx Fountain event. Okay, I understand. There was another game that was similar to this in terms of the map. Close the map to minimize it. Move to the next zone. I like map movement. This is neat. Choose your combat tactics and eliminate your enemies. Maybe I gotta go further up. Diabolic Essence is your main resource. If you run out, you'll lose. Essence can be lost during combat or used to boost your influence over the world of mortals. Souls can be won during combats or events. They can be traded to the Grim Reaper to obtain skills, increase the rarity of skills you already have, or obtain relics. As you accumulate events and combats, the terror you inspire grows. Each increase produces a terror effect on the zones on a subsequent night and gives you advantages. Interesting. For every 4 increases, you move up a notch, permanently improving your chance to obtain a higher rarity skills, and you receive a relic. Just in time to launch your first combat. Okay. Completing this activity unlocks access to the following zones. Choose your approach. It will determine which reward you receive. Set up an ambush, frontal attack. Clearly they want me to set up an ambush, so I'll get skill.
I'm terribly sorry, but it seems your time has come.
At the beginning of each turn, your enemies announce the actions they're going to launch. You have 5 action points to share among your disciples in order to thwart their attacks. Once you've finished, your enemies play their announced actions. Then a new turn begins with your enemy's announcement of their intentions. Okay. Select Bloody Mary. Select stabbing. He announced something and I missed it, like bittersweet or something. All combatants have 2 gauges of health, 1 physical and 1 spiritual. I want to kill his soul. I wish to kill his soul. Inflicting physical damage reduces the number of health points, while inflicting spiritual damage reduces the number of spiritual points. To defeat an enemy, you must reduce their health points or spiritual points to 0 and then inflict the same type of damage one last time to finish them off. Alright, Dracula. Dracula's! Drink! When you use a skill, you deplete its charge and it can't be used again until it's been recharged. Each disciple possesses a recharge action that replenishes all of their skills. Recharge actions vary from one disciple to another. For example, some have bonus effects that change their cost. Alright, use my recharge action. Rallying. I rally myself, sucker!
This makes me stronger.
Alright, so... Headless Horseman must not have initiative. Select Bleeding Heart. Get him. When an enemy is reduced to 0 health points or 0 spiritual points, they do not die. You have to administer a death strike by inflicting damage on the same gauge. Oh! Whoa! Hey! Thank you. Dark Rules, thanks for gifting 5 subs to the channel. I hope you're good, man. I hope things are well. Always good to see you. I appreciate that very, very much. You managed to snag a couple of PS5s. Damn, dude. Nice. Are you ready for Demon Souls on 2 TVs? When an enemy is reduced to 0... Okay, we have to do it like a killing blow. The disciples are also subject to vulnerability status, but they do not die when they receive a death blow. Instead, you consume diabolic essence to keep them alive so they can complete their mission.
Those humans didn't have a chance. Choose quickly. Evil will not spread by itself.
Each type of activity has its own set of specifications. At the end of each combat, you receive a reward depending on your choice at the time of approach. You will regularly have a choice of 3 elements during reward phase. Choose one. I think they want me to choose that. Fury Fang. Inflict 2 times 10 to 16 HP. Steel. Twist of Fate. When you obtain a skill for the 3rd time, the 3 fuse together to form a skill with the next level of rarity. Place this skill in an open slot. Confirm my choice. Life's well, baby 6 weeks old. I was gonna ask. That's good. That's awesome. That's awesome, dude. To Styx Fountain. Life's pretty good here. Can't complain.
Plunge this land into chaos.
Could complain. Wouldn't really have a reason to, though, you know. Some zones have extra activity. It is optional and can be carried out before or after the main activity. So part of this map reminds me of Black Book. Because there's these optional activities in that game too, but that's a card fighter.
I'm terribly sorry, but it seems your time has
Priestess, Martyr, and Inquisitor versus this. There are several ways to reduce inflicted damage. 1 with skills that immediately diminish imminent damage, or 2 with statuses that protect your disciples or negatively affect your enemies. Alright, Mary. Mary is bloodthirsty, which translates to physical skills that can only target the weakest adversaries. Mary also possesses a mirror that she places in front of an enemy of her choice when she recharges. Once her mirror is in place, all the skills she plays are reproduced on the mirror's target. The cursed mirror. Select the enemy as the target. Oh, that's dope. Alright, Twist of Fate. I love the way Mary looks. It's like stabbing. So Twist of Fate reduces impending attack by 2. So I just like took his attack. I think. Night Titans. Tomorrow we'll do demo days. Kind of like Try It Tuesday, but not really. Next week, Monday Mass will probably make a return. The Headless Horseman is a battle-hardened soldier who can take blows and dish them out. He gets reductions in damage and provocation status that allow him to redirect attacks to himself. Yeah, Dracula's looking a little, pale. When he suffers damage, his bitterness increases. He's a glass cannon. At maximum, his bitterness enables him to launch extremely potent skills. So we want him to be like the tank. Maybe. Select on God. Only the holder of this status can be targeted by adversaries. So he's got a taunt.
On guard.
Certain effects allow you to apply a status to a character. These can have a number of charges or a duration in turns. If they have charges, they lose 1 charge each time they are triggered. If they have a duration, it can be launched several times for as long as they are active. There are 6 status types: Enhancement, Protection, Cure, Maneuver, Control, and Weakness. A character can only hold 1 status of each type. If another one of the same type is applied, it replaces the first. If it is the same, its duration or number of charges increases. Select slash. And hit that Inquisitor.
Isn't in the fight.
End my turn. Okay, so anything with a bleed that another enemy has would kill, I think, if I have to do a killing blow. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. What's up, Jin? Dracula is a leader of men and was once a bloodthirsty warrior. He has earned his longevity by being extremely cautious in potentially deadly situations. This experience has given him a number of skills that benefit his whole team, but when he becomes vulnerable, the warrior reawakens and some of his skills become devastating. Alright, Dracula. Bloodlust. Each time the holder inflicts physical damage, they also heal themselves by 3 to 5 HP. So he's gonna get healing, and then he's gonna get extra healing. Go into devil mode. Holy shit!
Do it yourself.
The devil isn't held back by the same rules as mortals. He can cheat the interface. This allows him to modify the health point and spiritual point gauges. Recharge skills, move statuses around. The only limit to his powers is their cost and diabolic essence. One of your devil powers allows you to move statuses between combatants. To do so, grab one of the combatant's statuses under its HP and SP gauges and drag it under the gauges of the combatant you want to give it to. Wow.
is in the details.
Slide the health point bar to 0. Wow.
The only limit to my power is my imagination.
This has a complexity that I know I'm not going to grasp in the amount of time that I'm kind of previewing this, and I would love to return to this at some point. I mean, we're not switching from it right now, but you know what I mean? Like, it's like Bleeding Heart. And that turn. Oh my god.
Disciples, do you want to feel my wrath?
When a disciple is vulnerable and about to suffer damage, the devil protects it at the cost of as many diabolical essences as inflicted damage. If a disciple is not vulnerable and about to suffer more damage than its current HP or SP, the damage surplus is canceled. However, an attack hitting several times counts as many damage applications and can consume essence. Finish the fight by my own means.
What game are we playing?
A short respite is in order.
Goddamn.
Head just isn't in the fight.
So he's got what? I don't think I can do that. Maybe? No.
I'm listening, Master.
What's keeping
Fuck,
you from ridding
dude.
us of this vermin, disciples? My power is invincible.
There we go.
Choose quickly. Evil will not spread by itself.
Skills have 3 levels of rarity. Ordinary, wicked, and demonic. When you obtain a skill for the 3rd time, the 3 fuse together to form a skill with the next level of rarity. Afterwards, you'll discover a skill with a higher rarity for the same disciple. Choose, let's go stabbing. Oh, wow.
Choose quickly. Evil will not spread by itself.
Choose a skill and equip it. Shard of Psyche. We could drive people crazy. Apply 1 clumsiness. When you obtain a skill for evolutions. Let's go for a Shard of Psyche. Seems good. Alright, let's go here. You can smell the noxious waters of the Styx even before you see the source. The waters of the Styx bubble up in the form of fountains at certain spots, spread around the world. You can use its waters to regenerate your diabolic essence or purge your disciples' negative traits. You can only withdraw energy from this source 1 time. Your disciples assemble around the altar, awaiting your
There's
orders.
nothing like the vile waters of the Styx to invigorate me. Now the mortals can do nothing to stop me.
Diabolic essence enables you to use your powers and indicates your vitality. If you run out, you are defeated. That reminds me of his Monster Train. Gotta protect the heart.
I hear the murmurs of the trees. They're fed up with humans.
Exclamation
Let us
point game
answer
info,
their
by the way, if
prayers.
you'd like to know more. This is called Rogue Lords. Demo should be out this week for it if you want to check it out for yourself. And you can wishlist it on Steam at the link provided. Tortured Tree. Choose a disciple to pass the social test and receive the associated traits at the end. Your disciples stumble upon a young man shooting at a straw target with a crossbow. He's startled when he notices them and points his weapon in their direction. You are... I recognize you. My master told me about you. You're the devil's emissaries. I'm going to annihilate you and become a legend in my own time. I'll be the greatest demon hunter ever. I don't think so, sir. Despite his boasting, the kid can barely hide the fact that he's shaking in his boots. You can almost feel sorry for him, but his naivety annoys you. There must be a way to use him to your advantage. This kid already fancies himself the new Van Helsing, even though he'd never looked evil in the face until a few minutes ago. The time has come to let him taste the secret horrors only you know. Click on the interactive element. Headless Horseman looks the kid up and down suspiciously. As events unfold, you will have to make choices that influence how the story progresses and the rewards you'll receive. Certain actions are social tests, and passing them depends on your disciple's characteristics. The actions that require a test have greater potential, but unless you cheat, you take the risk of failing them. We're going into devil mode to cheat.
Let's get down to business.
I love this. Slide the success gauge up to 100% for this.
My power is absolute.
So we're gonna terrorize him. We're gonna scare him to death. Headless Horseman infiltrates the apprentice's mind to make his worst nightmares come true. Shadow creatures begin crawling on the ground around him and over his skin. Do you remember when Christopher Walken was the Headless Horseman? Anything goes when it comes to accomplishing my mission, even magic. More, I want to see more. It's a soldier's duty to master all the weapons in his arsenal. Headless Horseman receives the following trait. Okay. Bloody Mary also got something. Wow, you got a couple things. Dracula gets nothing, bye. And none for Glen Coco. Disciples sometimes react after social tests. Depending on their temper, each disciple has more or less chances to react positively. A reaction can either only involve the disciple who just passed the test or be a conversation with another member of the team. Reactions generate a trait for at least one of the participants, either positive or negative. Livid with terror, the apprentice hunter tries to kill them, but they are only illusions and he can't even touch them. Finally, he falls to his knee before your disciple. Have pity! Make them stop! I'll do whatever you want! He is at the Headless Horseman's mercy. What should we do with him? Force him to betray the other demon hunters. Yes. Headless Horseman explains to him that the only way to make the creatures disappear is by killing the other demon hunters that he knows. Have a good one. Dr. Cruels, Dark Rules, thank you so very much for your generosity. Take care of the family. Give them our love, and do not forget...
Not.
Have a good one. I'll be live all week, except Thursday. Speaking of, 1, Happy Father's Day next week, and 2, Dream Daddy on Saturday. All right. Without a second's hesitation, the apprentice takes off running for the closest demon hunter refuge. It won't be long before the souls of those accursed upstarts are among your subjects.
Souls rotten with vice. Oh, they shall be very useful.
Souls are used as currency to buy skills and relics from the Grim Reaper. Or have him increase the rarity of a skill that you already possess. I love the transition. Traits are permanent and affect the social and combat characteristics of the disciple who obtains them. Your disciples can also receive negative traits when they fail social tests or show negative reactions during events. Negative traits can be purged in the Fountain of the Styx. The main page of the spellbook shows you the current state of each of your disciples, including skills, combat, and social characteristics, traits, and relics. How's it going, Mighty Nord? The second page of the spellbook called The Devil. On the second page, the spellbook shows you the relics you possess that are not linked to a specific disciple and details your demonic powers. Okay. This is, I guess, my kind of loadout, so to speak. Let's try to get a little further. To the Grim Reaper. I love the way this moves. I love the way this moves. In a secret meeting place, hidden from mortals, your disciples meet with the Grim Reaper. It's time to do some business here. Numerous eyes observe you from underneath the Grim Reaper's hood. You have no idea what he does with all the souls he collects, but as long as he respects the deals he makes with you, it's not your concern.
A conductor of souls.
What do you want in exchange?
All those innocent souls I harvested will finally be of use.
The Grim Reaper offers you skills and relics in exchange for souls. He can also increase the rarity of a skill that you already possess, but to do so, he needs to keep the skill until the next time that you meet him. So they want me to buy a skill. What's going on here? Relics. I haven't done anything for Dracula, really. Although it suggests that maybe I should buy that. Could evolve it.
I am pleased with these offerings. Take them.
Inflict 4 to 8 HP or 4 to 8 SP, depending on where the adversary is weakest. Evolving does give the depth. Yeah. Tactical analysis. I'm gonna go with that. Buy a relic. Even more than skills, relics are powerful assets that can help you progress. Though they can be obtained from the Grim Reaper and during certain events, the surest way to get them is by defeating elite adversaries. Okay. One way to upgrade the rarity of a skill is to leave it to the Grim Reaper. The skill you leave will not be in your disciple's inventory anymore. You can find a reminder of that skill next to the mini-map. The Grim Reaper will return the upgraded skill to you at the beginning of your next visit. Let's leave a burst of anger. That way everybody's even, I guess. Excuse me. Awakening. What's over here? I think it wants me to go this way. Sanctuary. Go to the sanctuary of the Sanctua Lumen to investigate.
My disciples enter the Sanctua Lumen sanctuary and determine that it has well and truly replaced the old religions. Priest and warrior monks trained to fight the creatures of the night. Vampires and werewolves rot in silver cages. My disciples swoop upon this new enemy, and soon lifeless bodies litter the sanctuary's floor. A handful of survivors are charged with spreading the word of my return. We then leave for the last known bastion of Van Helsing.
Yeah! Cool. So, looks like this is where we truly ditch the tutorial and go out on our own. Find Van Helsing in his last known dwelling place. Choose a disciple to be the main actor in an event for a chance to improve characters. Yes. When they see your disciples, the peasants run off to sound the alarm in the nearby villages. They'll be waiting for you.
No one stands against the Prince of Hell.
The following effect will affect a zone situated in 2 nights. Double the diabolic essence cost of the devil's powers. Aw. Okay.
I got tired of the fucking bullshit.
Use devil mode to cheat and avoid this threat.
Let's get down to
Doesn't this
business.
cost me a bunch? What's up, JT? What do you see? What do you know? Choose the zone in which you want to create an access portal.
My power is absolute.
Close the map. Okay. It's going well, JT. The Sancto Illumin's men are inside the walls of Great Elder, preparing to submit the villagers to the question. They are convinced that several witches live in the area, and they're right. These fanatics of the light seem willing to do whatever it takes to eliminate the witches. With a little push from you, they might burn Great Elder and all its inhabitants. But there might be a more subtle way to use them that would also allow you to save the witches. The entire population of Great Elder is waiting in the central square, closely watched by Inquisitors. It's easy to mix in with the crowd, but almost impossible to escape it. The Sancto Illumin has done a good job. The witches are trapped, and it's just a question of time before they're discovered. Your disciples mix in among the crowd. It's both the best hiding place and the best possible from which to influence the goings-on. Dracula is ready to act. So that's going to be really hard.
It's high time I interfered. The dice were loaded from the start.
Dracula notices a group of innocent villagers who look nervous. Slipping in among them, he intones a somber incantation that immediately attracts the Sancto Illumin's attention. The people around them soon become a hateful mob, cursing and spurning those they used to call neighbors. Deep down, all of these people are relieved to escape from the Inquisitor's suspicion. Their egotistical satisfaction at the upcoming execution of innocent people only strengthens your hold on their souls. They don't know it yet, but they already belong to you.
Fear my rage.
Terror effects appear in the zones in a line. In all the zones in a line and depend on the type of zone they all affect. Each terror effect increases your terror gauge by 1 point. For every 4 points gained, you move up a notch in terror, increasing your chances of obtaining wicked skills and receive a relic. This is called Rogue Lords. You can wishlist this on Steam. The demo for it will be available sometime this week. Just keep a lookout for the Steam Next festivals to start. Following effects will affect the zone situated in 1 night. I'm gonna get 10 essence and a max essence. Okay.
Finally, fresh souls to torment.
Very good. There's a lot of mechanics. It's like I said, I feel the learning curve is a little, I don't want to say steep, because they are laying it out here pretty well. It would take me more than the time that I'm giving the game tonight to really pick up on the swing of things. So we're just going to kind of keep going through some of this tutorial-based stuff. I'd like to at least try to get to this end of this map, and then we're going to check out Death Trash. It's possible, maybe. The current zone is under the following effects. Upon arrival in this zone, the devil receives 10 essence.
I feel my strength increasing.
Nice. I needed that. Tortured tree. She's Drusilla, basically. As they entered the Tortured Tree Cemetery, your disciples notice something strange, a huge pile of corpses. As they come closer to examine the mystery, the gravedigger calls out to them. If you're coming to drop off a body, walk right back out and put it in the common grave. With this damn white plague ravaging the countryside, I don't have space for new residents. And the worst part of it all is these plague-infected bodies don't rot. There has to be some dark magic work in there somewhere. I'm sure of it. I'd give anything to get rid of these bodies. The gravedigger isn't joking when he says the cemetery is full. There are more tombstones than there are trees in the forest, and the graves are so full that each one forms a small burial mound. The pile of corpses includes men and women, young and old. It seems the epidemic spares no one. They are all as pale as ghosts, and if they've been drained of all their blood, as if they've been drained of all their blood. Jesus. That's why it's called the White Plague. The gravedigger looks nervously at your disciples. Ooh. I think I'm just gonna harvest the souls of the dead. Maybe make a pact with the gravedigger. The gravedigger's anxiety is palpable. You offered to help him solve his problem in exchange for his soul. I'll sign all the pacts you want if you'll help me get rid of these corpses. It's as if his soul was already yours. The only thing left to do is fulfill your end of the bargain and empty the cemetery of its residents. Both of these are easy. Let's see what happens here.
I shall have forged the world in my image. My power is absolute.
I wouldn't have to use the cheat mode to do that because I think I was good, but to ensure the success. Bloody Mary forces the dead to rise from their graves so she can lead them out of the cemetery. You are already delighting in the ravages of this army of phantoms, that the ravages this army of phantoms will soon provoke. It's been a long day. Relieved that he doesn't have to deal with all these bodies, the gravedigger signs your pact. Thanks to this new servant, the souls of the dead who are buried in the cemetery will be added to your might. Oh, that's
Scream
awesome.
as loud as you can, condemned souls.
Well, I've been here for 5 hours. I'm going to be here for another couple of hours. I was here for 2 hours this afternoon. Long day. All right. And at my age, I'm very hard to impress. Congratulations.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah, long day of getting shot by Daniel the Demon. As he runs away off on his own to complete stuff that is a team activity. It's okay. It's still fun. That game is a lot of fun. Enigmatic headstones. Haphazard damage. Hey.
Going hard. Very nice.
Thank you for the 56 months. Welcome back, man. In a secret meeting place hidden from mortals, your disciples meet with the Grim Reaper. It's time to do some business. Give me back my money. I mean, my skills. Numerous eyes observe you from underneath the... Okay, yeah, I don't need to read that. As agreed, I infused the souls you gave me into the skill Burst of Anger. Its strength has been greatly multiplied. The harvest was good. The skill Burst of Anger now possesses rarity level Wicked, as stipulated in our pact.
Choose quickly. Evil will not spread by its... The conductor of souls finally deigns to show himself. Don't make him wait.
The holder's scare is set to 10. They begin all combats with 2 sharpening.
Knowledge is power.
Okay. Oh, I could have gotten the better evolution of it. Duh. Okay. Hey, Jack! Thanks for the lurkers. Hap, I hope your Hap's been streaming. What have you been playing, man? Jack will probably dip into the unepic, or I keep calling it unepic. The unmetal demo sometime this week, if it's been updated.
What a pretentious structure. Humans are always trying to raise themselves above their mortal echelon.
You'd hold off till release? Okay. I can absolutely do that. I didn't know if it had been updated. Since I played it before, I wasn't gonna revisit it, but I wasn't sure, you know. A few trailers that I played, or I keep calling them trailers. I've been here all day. It's like 78 in this room. I'm fucking hot, dude. These demos that I played last year, I haven't wanted to revisit some of them because I just want to play the full release. Damn, man. All right. Set up an ambush. Yeah, let's go.
You called me 3 times.
Exorcist and a medium? All right. Oh, wait. Yeah, dude.
What game are we playing?
Okay, the AP is like shared. Damn! We did see the new, I believe we saw the new trailer. We saw a trailer from, I think it was from, I think they aired it on like Saturday or something. I don't know. Guerrilla, yeah, the Guerrilla Collective. It's been a whirlwind of several days, as I said. What can I do for... Oh, shit! That was amazing.
Who should I kill?
Attack and weaken. She's got clumsiness. That's fine. I think the amount of information that they give you at the start makes this feel more overwhelming than it actually is. If you just kind of jump in and get comfortable with how it plays, and it does very much have kind of that Darkest Dungeon thing going for it. It's not as busy as it seems like it might be, you know? Oh. Well, she's vulnerable. The beginning and end of the turn, the holder heals themselves. Oh, I can't use that one. They're all unavailable because they're both vulnerable right now. Okay. Well, we'll see. I'm a little confused as to how some of it works still. Oh, we killed her. Nice. The medium is tricky. The medium's a little tricky.
Who should I kill? Lack of discipline.
Oh, wow.
What game are we playing?
Another night. Another conquest. Take everything you can.
Choose a reward. Evolutions for Mirror Blade. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's go. I can't put this somewhere.
Simple mortal. Choose quickly. Evil will not.
Well, I have a lot to... I don't have space for him,
I am
man.
pleased with these offerings. Take.
What I think about it, it kind of front loads you with a lot of information, which makes it feel confusing. But then once you kind of get into it, and I was just saying this, once you get into it and just start playing it, it's really enjoyable. And the thing that I appreciate the most is that it is not just like a skin of Darkest Dungeon, you know? The bones are there, but it's also got like this map reminds me of Curse of the Dead Gods. Some of the encounter, like these branches with like, you know, go over here and get this skill. That reminds me of another game called Black Books.
I hate fields. I'd love to see them burn.
Yeah, I think the biggest complaint I have right now, and it's not even a complaint, it's just it's in part because I've been here for a long time today, and also I'm not spending like 6 hours with the game. I'm kind of showing it off, but it feels like a lot of information.
Scream as
I want to
loud
come
as
back
you
to this
can,
one.
Condemned soul.
I definitely want to come back to this one because I'm enjoying it.
Who can hear you?
What did you think? Old Man Cephas plays all kinds of games like this. He was playing this today. I see that you agree with me for the most part. As somebody who's like a seasoned veteran in these kinds of games, I think you liked it, man, but I don't know. Feel free to elaborate. Right. You can only withdraw energy from this source one time.
Ah, the sticks with the putrid.
Definitely needed that. It feels more overwhelming when they are front-loading that information. Once you just jump in, it's actually not that confusing. You reach the boss of the book. All you have to do is defeat it. Okay. Seems easy enough, right? Yeah, we got this. Sure. Yeah. Come on. Just like red threads, there will never be a secondary activity in this zone. A book will always end with final combat, and each book has its own boss.
I guide my disciples to Van Helsing's lair. He is there, surrounded by his men. He is waiting for us. The news of my return does not seem to have shaken him. And so battle is engaged.
Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, well, good luck to all involved. AKA me.
Van Helsing. Finally, we meet again. Prepare to
love
suffer
the
an
look of
eternity
it.
of torment, mortal.
I love the narration. Just there's a lot to love here, and I want to come back to this. Yeah, the voice acting, save for a few things, the voice acting is fantastic. So Van Helsing has a lot going on here. Sinistra and the Duelist. Jesus Christ. I just checked to look at Van Helsing's health.
Must I convoke the flames of hell to make you act?
Hang on.
Olga!
She's got extra HP. Let's try to fuck up her psyche at least. She's clumsy now. And then maybe... We don't have any more, huh?
I'll do likewise. I don't like this situation. Let's change it.
Is that just gonna eat all of my fucking health? Yeah, basically. Damn it! You wanna
The
just...
devil is in the detail.
You wanna just slide all that over here? I don't feel good about my chances against Van
It's high
Helsing.
time I interfered. I am irresistible.
Automatically recharges the skill used.
I don't like this situation. Let's change it.
No!
Reality is but a toy to me. The dice were loaded from the start.
Whatever. He's hurting, dude. I got nothing. Give me a little bit of health.
Game are we playing?
I think you're dead, Bloody Mary, is the thing. I think you're dead. I should have recharged people.
Not over yet, Lord. The most severe punishment. My disciples are defeated. Van Helsing brushed them aside with the swipe of a hand.
Good lord!
What a humiliation. The growing influence of the Sanctua Lumen has sapped my strength. I order my disciples to retreat towards a location from where we shall launch a different kind of attack.
This game's really cool,
my
though.
Conquest.
Midnight Kiss. Dracula's. The unlocked skills and relics will appear in the following books. Well, that might have been like a tutorial loss. Let's take a look around here.
Disciples left to send to the surface. My influence is a mere shadow of what it was before. I must assemble my followers.
Here, you'll find everything you need to know about the disciples with whom you have sealed pacts, including combat characteristics, social characteristics, skills, and relics. Only unlocked disciples will be shown, and you can be selected for your adventures.
I don't have many disciples.
I would love to see these other ones.
Surface.
Yeah, I can't wait to see those.
My influence.
Very cool. Very cool. I love the Bloody Mary
I don't have many.
drawing. The model. The Claw of Garion. Well, we could take a real quick dip into a little bit more of this. Exclamation point game info if you would like to know more. Rogue Lords, a demo will be dropping on Steam for everybody to play this week. I'm gonna read the Headless Horseman's bio because
I don't have many
if the Headless Horseman could recall the circumstances of his death, he would turn red with embarrassment. Fortunately, he no longer has a head. While alive, Larry, a veteran Irish soldier, only had one weak spot: women. Whenever a damsel in distress crossed his path, he promised to take her wherever she desired. The woman spoke, and Larry listened, beguiled by the dulcet charms of her voice. They entered the disused graveyard, and she revealed her true identity, a headless specter. She decapitated Larry and was left with the head. Separated from its brain, the body was somewhat disoriented when making a pact with me. He accepted an eternity of servitude in exchange for an opportunity to meet his assassin once more. He thought that he would recover with his head when he caught her. He set about wandering the roads of the New World, angrily decapitating all those that he met. I love that he's Leisure Suit Larry, yeah. The Headless Horseman has even forgotten his ridiculous first name, but he is an enthusiastic servant of mine, cutting off the heads of my enemies as he would that of his murderers. I wonder if
I don't have many.
She's got a good one. Summon Bloody Mary 3 times while standing in front of a mirror, and she will come to kill all the occupants of the house. Why? Even she does not know. Mary was the daughter of a country doctor. Too intelligent and independent, she was soon accused of witchcraft, as one is. I could, however, have attested to the fact that she did not serve me. On the day of her marriage, somebody poisoned her wine and her father declared her dead. She was buried with her wedding ring and the finely crafted mirror that her husband had just given her. Her father had lied. His daughter only appeared to be dead. He wanted to free her at nightfall and allow her to flee from the village. When he returned to the cemetery, he discovered to his horror that Mary had awoken too early and had suffocated in her grave. Oh. He called upon me and begged me to bring her back to life. In exchange, I took Mary's soul. Remembering nothing and very irate, she disappeared into her mirror. In the morning, there was nobody left to suspect that she was working for me. Just sounds like a normal day of having been woken up early, you know? The first of the vampires occupies a special place among the ranks of my disciples. None is as feared and revered as he. When alive more than 400 years ago, Prince Vlad Tepes ruled over Transylvania with cruelty. An astute strategist, he extended his influence and conquered numerous lands by the might of his sword. He gained the sobriquet of Impaler because of his favorite method of execution. His swift rise was brought to an abrupt halt when he was killed by his own men. Even these hardened warriors could no longer put up with the sight of his exactions, but evil is immortal. If Vlad's body did disappear for some time, he soon returned, transformed and thirstier for blood than ever. Thus was born the first of the vampires, Dracula. The one and only, the only one able to transmit his dark gift through his own blood. His travels brought Dracula to the New World. He's long since adopted refined manners, but he remains the most powerful of the vampires and a formidable combatant. Yeah, I love, there was this, like, iPad game that I used to play. I think it was just called, like, Monster Mansion or something, where it was like a hotel sim. You just had to manage a spooky hotel with different monsters and traps in it. And the vibe of this game reminds me of that, and I mean that in the nicest way possible. Because I enjoyed that. It's very kind of goofy monster.
Garion,
yeah.
Cut from the creature of the same name, drives out all inspiration from anyone who enters into contact with it. It is thus an object that humans consider to be cursed, and they do not keep it for long. Finding it will not be easy. My informers on Earth heard talk of a poet lacking inspiration who had received a visit from the Sanctua Lumen. My disciples will begin there.
I think it could point to a nod to Leisure Suit Larry because the weakness being women, you know?
My disciples go to the home of a poet suffering from creative impotence. Apparently, this insignificant individual had received a visit from the Sanctua Lumen, an occurrence that immediately aroused our interest. Hoping to find here the point of departure in their quest for the Claw of Garion, they enter the rundown hut and find a young man ferociously tearing up pages covered in crossings out. He unquestionably bears the mark of Garion. He tells us how men of the Sanctua Lumen suddenly burst in, took the claw, and immediately left for the town of Pere. That is where my disciples will go.
Okay. It's good. It's a good game, Window.
I defile. I corrupt. I pervert.
Following effects will affect the zone situated in 2 nights. Oh wow, that's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. I don't think we're gonna get through this whole map. Because I do want to switch over to get that look in at Death Trash, and it's already about... It's a little after 1. Solomon City. But I figured we'd get in a couple more rounds before we do that. With this, which again... It's called Rogue Lords! ! Game info. Wish list this today if you like what you see. If you like stuff like Darkest Dungeon, Eratus, Lord of the Dead, or even something like Monster Train, you know. Let's go for the attack discreetly thing. Let's get the
I'm
shows.
terribly sorry, but it seems your time has come.
Let's get the shows.
I'm parched.
Yeah. I'm gonna switch over here and, I don't know, maybe we'll do this fight and then we'll switch it up to Death Trash. I do want to thank the devs of Rogue Lords for giving me a key for this to show off to you guys.
Game are we playing? I want to
Fucking Drusilla ass. Do I not? I need 2 for that. Okay.
are we playing?
I should have done that to her. Fuck. I wasn't thinking. Nice.
What game are we playing?
I'm parched.
Inflict. That damage. Get her out of here.
It's not over yet. The most severe punishments await you. Who should I kill?
Who should I kill?
Have permission to die.
Nice. Although he didn't really need that.
I'm listening, Master.
Recharge my skills. Did I just stick my sword in my head? Like I swallowed it, but with my throat mouth? Awesome.
How dare you attack me, mortal?
That's not great.
Scream as loud as you can, condemned souls. I'm the only one who can.
It's very satisfying. It's very satisfying. What do we got here? Terror or random? You see a number of pyres along the road. It looks as if those who practice witchcraft were persecuted relentlessly in the region.
Their time is counted.
Double the diabolic essence cost. Oh, fuck.
I hate fields. I'd love to see them burn.
Really? It's for me.
What manner of goth metal album cover is this? This is that Cradle of Filth B-side that you
Something
never
done
got
right.
in high
Do it
school.
yourself. The dice were loaded from the start.
Okay, so... let's take the... skills.
Massacre all the mortals.
This is Danny Filth right there. Actually, no, this is Danny Filth right there. Nice.
You lack discipline.
What? Fracture.
Bunga!
I'm listening, Master. I feed in the darkness.
Get her out of here. We got nothing. We got nothing.
Who should I kill?
What game are we
Here's the
playing?
thing. Damn, quit beating up on Bloody Mary, dude.
I'm parched.
Oh, I can't do this. Why can't I not do this one? This skill costs 5 bitterness. Alright. Alright.
Disciples, do you want to feel my wrath?
I should have, well, I don't want to use that because he's about dead.
See what happens to those who resist me.
Satan's about dead. It's my fault.
With that, the humans will finally submit to my yoke.
Secret boot. Relentlessness. Let's give her another skill. The demonic portal thing is really cool. Whoa. I just gotta look at that lake. It's a very pretty game. I think I want to take a quick break. I'm out of water. I need a drink. I can't hold it off any longer. It's a good time to just break for now and go do that. So this has been Rogue Lords. I do absolutely want to return to this down the road. Game info. You can wishlist this on Steam. There will be a demo available for everybody in the Steam, I think it's called the Next Fest, when they release all the demos this week. Sometime this week. It's either tomorrow or it's Wednesday, but check it out if you have an interest. Definitely for fans of something like Darkest Dungeon or Monster Train, for sure.